Hey, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage, and it's a beautiful 55 degrees out here today. You can see that the snow is quickly melting. And guess what? We're working on another gas tank project. I know you've guys seen me do gas tanks on 66 Chevelles, on 69 Chevelles, on 67 Chevelles, and now we're doing a 72 Chevelle. And I went ahead and ordered gas tank up, and I ordered it up as a whole kit, so I would get everything I needed from the sending unit to the straps to everything. But as always, when you order this reproduction stuff, it's not like the original, and you gotta just deal with it. But let me go over some differences that I'm seeing from this new gas tank to the old gas tank, which I am pumping out the gas in right now. I couldn't get it all out, so I'm pumping it out. So this new tank came from Tom's Classic, and he's up in Minnesota. And I tell you, his shipping was great. It was originally supposed to arrive on Monday, and it arrived early on Friday. So I'm happy that I can put this in over the weekend here. But let's go over a few of the differences that I'm seeing right off the bat. And one is, as you can see, there's many vents and return lines on the old gas tank. So we've got a vent there, we've got a return line, or vent there, return line there, and then a supply line there. On the new tank, we've got the same exact vents. They've got little rubber plugs on them, so we'll take those off. The only difference I'm seeing is that the sending unit has a return on it, which no big deal. You're not going to see that because it's going to be shoved up underneath the car. So I'll just cap that off and call it a day. And of course, they were nice enough to send two of these seals. I don't know why. And then to go underneath the straps, which the original straps did not have, are these rubber things. And then I got the gas tank sitting on this pad, which was not part of the original install either. So you can see, as far as padding goes, all they had was a little padding tape here, here, and here. I'm not sure what this tape was. Oh, this tape was gaffer's tape for the wire that goes to the ground. So interesting, or not the ground, I should say. The ground is right here. I should say the supply line for the power. And then let's see what else. The straps, the bolts they supplied are a bit different. I have seen these on Chevelles before, but they always ship these too short. I mean, it gets me so upset. Here's the original bolts that we will reuse, and you can see they're quite a bit longer, and they go into a clip, a threaded clip that's mounted to the body. We'll show you that later. And these straps are always a challenge. These straps are stainless steel. The original ones are galvanized steel, so shouldn't have to worry about rust. But they're always a challenge to get back into the original shape. So I'm sure we'll struggle and fight with that as we put the new tank up, but we'll get her. So yeah, that's about it on the differences here. We'll get to work. We're pumping the gas out still, but I don't need to. I'll keep an eye on it, but it's going awful slow. Oh, also a big shout out to those guys for packing it very, very well. The package arrived in good condition. Of course, I tore it out to get the thing out, but the gas tank was inside this box, and then there was an outer box, and like I say, everything was packed up very nicely. I was happy with that. Of course, I've showed you guys how to do this before, but little tip here: if you see this part of the tab right here, I'm going to bend it down slightly so that when we put it in here, as it rotates right here, it's going to go underneath this. So just a slight little bend down will make it go in and underneath a little bit easier, because you're going to have this O-ring on here, and then you're going to have of course the sending unit on there too, which will get mounted like yay. So anyway, let me get or yay, like yay. Sorry about that. Let me get to this. And I don't have my tripod today. It's still in Mike's trailer from when we went to Chicago. So I'm gonna have to show you things after I get it done. Hey, I got a question on one of my other videos on gas tanks, and it was a really good one, so I'll bring it up on this video. On the 69 tank, which is very similar to this, where the sending unit is on the top of the tank. The 66 units are back here. But they asked, you know, they were worried about the clocking on this because their tube wasn't coming straight back. So that you can see the tube is coming straight back on this original. But if we go over to the other one, and I got it installed already, you'll see that it's at a slight angle. It's kind of going towards the passenger side. And yeah, I find that interesting, but it's really not going to affect performance or anything because you're going to have a hose connected to here and then connected to the line on the car. So it's no big deal, but it is, you know, something that's slightly different than original. All right, we've done this before, but basically, and they do make a tool to tighten this up, but I'm too cheap to buy them. But you just take your screwdriver and a hammer, and you just keep knocking it around until eventually this tab is going to contact right here, and same for here, and same for here. You really can't go wrong because everything is clocked and it sets down into grooves. So there's no making a mistake. All right, we're continuing the project here, and this is the first time in 2022 that Meldrum's Monster Garage actually has the garage door up, and it's about, I'd say 63, 64 degrees right now. It's on its way to 67, which is great for March. Oh man, just fantastic. So, couple things. Hey, yeah, I went up to McDonald's and I needed to get some rubber hose to help connect up to the gas tank and the fuel line, the steel fuel lines in this car. So I went up to the auto store, and I saw this on the menu, these blueberry frosties, and it reminded me of my younger days up in Michigan when I was 5, 6 years old. Mom would take me to Kmart on Saturdays. And of course, we'd get the blue frosty, the blue light special. Remember that? And of course, get a $1 Hot Wheel too. I don't know. They weren't even $1 back then. They were like 69 cents when they first came out in 1969. But yeah, that was cool. I was remembering that. And of course, all you guys, the Michigan Chevelle Club, shout out to you for the Detroit Autorama. I'm sure you got a fabulous display up there. Tom Lassiter, Chuck Finch, all you guys up there. Brian Miller, I see him up there sometimes. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make the trip this year. George did ask me if I was interested in going earlier in the week, but I wanted to get this 72 project done for our Cleveland Piston Power Show that's coming up here on April 1st. So we got that going on, and a little bit of a rant here, just to let you know. I got a little bit of a flack about Chevelle hunters this week. Somebody made a comment about, hey, you're promoting your business here on Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. And I mean, I don't look at this. This isn't really a business to me. It's just a hobby. Yeah, cars come and go, and hopefully we make a little bit of money here and there, but it's pretty far and few between that we're making a ton of money on this stuff. Usually just shooting these videos as part of the hobby, give you guys some insight on how these things go back together. And we're working on Larry's car, we're working on Mike's car, we're working on Meldrum's car. So yeah, you'll see quite a few cars coming in and out of Meldrum's Monster Garage, but I assure you, this isn't a huge money-making venture. I have a day job. I am a mechanical engineer, and I'm not trying to promote a business here where I'm restoring Chevelles for people. Maybe someday it'll be like that, but not right now. So rest assured, I'm not promoting my business. Am I promoting myself? Yeah, I guess so. Hopefully you guys enjoy all these crazy videos I put together. I do it more to humor myself and get some likes and thumbs ups. I'm not really trying to make a ton of money here out in Meldrum's Monster Garage. It feels like I spend a lot more money than I actually make on these projects sometimes. But anyway, little rant here. If you guys think I am doing the club some injustice by promoting Meldrum's Monster Garage, send me a PM. You don't have to air out your dirty laundry with me on here. If you don't like what I'm doing, send me a PM. I'll keep it on my YouTube channel. I'll keep it on my Facebook page, and I won't share it with the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. So let me know. Let me know what you think. But anyway, let's get back to the gas tank project. I thought I would show you the underside of this Chevelle, since a lot of people are restoring these cars and trying to get them back to original condition. I'm just doing a little restification here. As you can see, this is a repaint. This is supposed to be cranberry red. It's a little bit less orangey of a color that they did the respray on. But as you can see for the underside of the car, and I just put a little, looks a little glossy right now because I was just cleaning it up a little bit with mineral spirits. But you can see that this is some type of rust, not rust proofing, but a primer, red. I'm sure it did have some rust proofing properties. And you can see that this car was rust proofed also. So you can see the remnants of that. But what a solid trunk. I mean, you don't find these cars with solid trunks like this. But thought you'd like to see that before I put the gas tank up there. All right, here we go. So we got some short rubber lines, fuel lines attached to there. I put some padding on there, kind of like exact same place the factory had some padding. I didn't have any gaffer's tape, but I did have some psychedelic duct tape, so I used that. Who cares? Nobody will see it. I had a nice little cap for this, so we've got that on there. And then I thought, just for chuckles, I would put a copy of the build sheet and a copy of the sales invoice. Well, this car cost $4,101 back in the day. So I'll put that in an envelope and tape it to the top of there. Maybe someday somebody will find that and find it pretty cool. All right, I suggest you put the straps on before you put the tank up there, because you'll have a hard time kind of feeding it through here. So I always put the straps on first, and then we'll wrap it around there. And then you can see the build sheet I got waiting for somebody 50 years from now. All right, now here's the tricky part, okay? Luckily, I've got this on the lift. I'm using my transmission jack, and I've got it just about in place. A couple things to watch is make sure you still can get your gas cap on. God, there goes a motorcycle with its radio on. Wow. And you want to make sure you're pushed up against these right here, pretty close, before you start to wind the straps around there, because you're going to put a bend in those straps as you get them around the tank. So you got to kind of make sure everything's going to work out right, because you want that bend in the right place. So you can jockey it around a little bit, but we'll keep going. Now, this is where I usually mess up. I tighten the damn thing up, and then the gas tank can't get the cap on, all right? So make sure you get this adjusted right. You know, it takes a little jockeying around with the bolts and the tank and whatnot. So you got that tank coming through the right place for your license plate fill up there, okay? All right, so there you go. Got the gas tank installed. As you can see, I've got a new exhaust system on there. I did a whole video on that, but never did the editing.